dating is be super clear for ourselves on what we want and what we're looking for, and be upfront about that.
My Valentine's present, it's coming up, so I just thought I'd pop round for my Valentine's present.
Okay, but we broke up.
Journalist's car. I could see the damn problems on himself, but I had no clue what I was doing.
I'm here. He's like, yeah, I left. You're wasting my time. Enjoy yourself.
It is embarrassment to beg for love.
No one wants to date me.
I wouldn't want me either.
You are gorgeous.
When a guy says he doesn't want a relationship, he does not want a relationship with you.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this. That's wild.
There's a reason I don't go on dates with men my age, and it's because when you go to lunch with them, they order dumb tater tots. Like, what the f is this? What is this?
It's not dumb.
This is not. Where's my? I want an entree.
It's happy hour.
He said happy hour.
Slow. She doesn't understand that's bar food.
I mean, guys don't court anymore. They don't court. Take me out to dinner.
Yes, guys are not courting. Guys are not taking women out to dinner because that's all women want is a meal.
Why? Why should we do that? Be guy number 45? We know y'all got booty calls. I mean, we can go on girl pages and listen to how y'all talk about how you can finesse a man out of free money and food. You know, it's just interesting to me. You guys say all the time that a man can't demand anything out of a woman, but y'all love, man, I demand free food from a stranger. But if I demand anything from y'all, I'm a misogynist. Very interesting to me. You know, I thought we were against traditional roles. I thought women were able to do everything. Superior, goddess. A man is still relegated to his traditional role. Why are you not relegated to your traditional role? I'm very confused. See, men courted women in the past because women acted a certain way. Are you acting that way?
And they haven't. Not for a very, very long time.
Sure haven't.
What you're saying is completely not true. The female mating strategy is radically different than the male's, especially if it's a healthy female. There's a doctor she points out that are really important. Number one, she says that the female drive is generally reactive. It's highly integrated, which is to say, yes, it's biologically driven, so psychologically, and also the culture of the society that they're in impacts it as well. Men's drive is largely just biologically driven, almost on a routine basis.
Sure is. Man sees a woman, thinks she's sexy, she's driven by that. Women are driven by height, so many different things. Everything has to be perfect. Men just are simple. Men are much more simple.
Hi.
Yeah, what?
What's the F for? What do you mean what? Come for my Valentine's present.
Sorry, what?
My Valentine's present, it's coming up, so I just thought I'd pop round for my Valentine's present.
Okay, but we broke up.
Yeah, so Valentine's coming up, so I thought, let me come over for my present.
Huh?
Does it matter if we...
Yeah, but what present? We broke up.
Yeah, so what? What's that got to do with my present? Can't we get back together then? Because, I mean, I'm going to be without a Valentine.
Desperate.
If you don't get back with me, and I need my presents, obviously.
Okay, but you're the one who broke up with me.
Yeah, so I broke up with you, now I'm going to get back with you. So
Yeah, but why?
Because Valentine's is coming up. I haven't got anybody. I thought, why? Why not be back with you so I can make sure I get my presents? I don't even mind breaking up with you after that.
You can't make this up. So hold a minute, yeah. You want to get back together, okay, yeah? Just for the sake of it being Valentine's Day, yeah? And then get a present, and then you'd be more than happy just to break up again.
Yeah, well, what? I don't get what you're not getting. I need a Valentine's present. It's coming up. If I don't get back with you, then I'm not going to get any presents, am I?
So why don't you get yourself a present?
No, because, wait, hold on. How's that going to work out? If I buy it for myself, how am I going to post it and say, oh, my boo gave me this, my boo bought me that? I've got nothing to post if you don't buy me something. Come on.
This is the second time I've seen this. And it was in the UK area too. What's wrong with the UK woman? It seems like they think when they break up, they're supposed to get things because the woman seemed like she was Muslim or not Muslim, maybe from Middle East, but she was based out of the UK. She wanted the same thing, an ex to give her a gift. Crazy.
150, it was around 45 grand. 150 yes. Got it. So you can be somewhere between 60 grand and 100 grand for food and bar.
Alone?
Yes.
Got 200 to 250 people.
Made my last alimony payment this month. It was.
You guys were married for 8 years?
Yeah. So in California,
it's half the time you were married?
Unless it goes to 10 years, and then it's indefinite. It's up to the judge.
After 10 years?
Yep. If we'd been married for 10 years, it would be an indefinite amount of alimony, up to the judge. And that payment was assessed based on my earnings, of course, but also there were no stipulations about her needing to work ever. Right, so those payments are coming out, and she just doesn't have to work, and she hasn't worked ever. So
you paid alimony for 4 years?
Yeah,
4 years.
Yep.
Okay.
She didn't work the whole time?
No, not since we even got together.
That's happened to a lot of guys, getting with women who will sit back at home because you're a provider. Don't fall for that provider mindset. Women take advantage, play nice, get married to you. Then when you get divorced, you have to give her. It's like a way for a woman who's dead broke to get a freebie. And that's a lot of women doing that and playing those cards. And God's getting sick of it.
One thing about me, I don't play. If we go into a restaurant and you sit with your back facing towards the door, we would never go on a date again and you'll never see me again. Because what type of... Are you a man or not?
If we go to a restaurant and a man sits with his back facing the door, we'll never go out again. Fine. Guys will take that. It's ridiculous.
Here I am pushing Melissa's car. I can see the damn problems on myself. He's a guy, what do you want me? So 3 hours later, I'm trying to get Melissa's car to work. And, it's clear to say that I had no clue what I was doing.
Sad.
I can live my life as a woman and not need a man. In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
If NASA says it's too hot to go to the sun, then why don't we go at night when the sun turns off?
Foolish! Man!
Here I am pushing Melissa's car. I can see the damn problems on myself. He's a guy, what do you want me? So 3 hours later, I'm trying to get Melissa's car to work. And, it's clear to say that I had no clue what I was doing.
That's pretty much what happens.
All those years he suffered, those were the best years of his life because they made him who he was. All the years he was happy, he waste. Didn't learn a thing.
It's true. All the years a man suffers, a lot of times, a woman doesn't understand. They won't deal with you, but your character's being built. But as men, you have to understand that's what happens. That's what's happening. I remember being younger, right? Grinding, living on my own. Sometimes no woman. I dealt with women when I could, but I couldn't because I was focused. And as a man, you have to focus and you have to make sure you can sustain, right? Because we can't sit there like how women do. How women go broke and call around everybody, or, you go broke in your position and you want to cry. Men get there. Men sometimes want to cry too, but you know what's so wild? We can't cry. We don't have it in us to cry. But turn around and put those shame shoes on a woman, right? Put a woman on a dating app. Women have just tried it. They've gone on dating apps and seen what guys feel, and they've all hated women. What happens to guys? We don't hate women. We don't care about crying. The strong men anyway. We don't care about anybody feeling sorry for us. We continue to move on and go out and go get it. Why? Because that's something we have to do, no matter what.
If you started dating a guy who's generally nice, but he's kind of like cancelled on you last minute and you don't appreciate it, instead of going, I don't appreciate you cancelling on me, can you not do that? My time is precious. You show people your time is precious instead of telling them. Telling them does not work and will not do anything. What you do is make it very hard for him to get another date with you. Nicely. Say, oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. I've got other plans. It's fine. Don't worry. And next time he's like, how about Tuesday? You're like, no, my mum, I'm painting her nails on Tuesday. The more boring, the better. No, Wednesday? No, I'm brushing my cat. Thursday? Oh no, I'm going for a walk. Yeah, all day. I'm walking all day. Babe, just make it really, really hard for him to get another date with you. And why? It's scarcity mindset. He'll know that next time it's locked in, it's either go time or it's no time. I rhymed that for you.
Yeah. Guy like me, when I was going through that, woman did that, I just said, okay, no problem. Peace. I'll find someone else. And a lot of guys are doing that.
So I was recently talking to a guy who asked me on a date twice and canceled and tried to reschedule both times. And I'm going to tell you how I responded to that. I absolutely could have just flat out not responded, said no, blocked him, walked away, whatever. But I chose to be direct instead. I know it can feel easier to just ghost, especially somebody you haven't met yet and you don't owe them anything. But I just prefer to take the adult route and communicate honestly. And all I said was, hey, I just want to be direct with you. I'm not really feeling the canceling and the rescheduling. It seems like we might just be on different pages for the time being, which is okay. I just personally know what I'm looking for. Listen, I am so understanding. We're all busy. We all have a life that happens. Sometimes we have to cancel. I get it. There were just a few other reasons for me that I just didn't feel like it was a green light situation, and I trusted my intuition on that. All we can do as we're out there dating is be super clear for ourselves on what we want and what we're looking for and be upfront about that. Let me know in the comments what you would have said or done.
I just had a guy send me the best date cancellation text ever. So good, in fact, that one, I am going to steal it, and two, if he were to ever change his mind later on, like I would be open to going on a date with him. He was like, hey, I've been thinking a lot and like there's someone else who I've been going on dates with and I kind of just want to see that through, blah, blah, blah. I like that he is not afraid to like allocate more energy to someone who he's genuinely building a connection with. And it's totally okay that's not me. I just appreciated not being ghosted. I feel like it's so easy to just decide to ghost someone and like assume that they'll get the hint, because eventually they will, right? But I feel like the older that we get and the more serious we want to be about dating, or even if like you're not looking for anything serious, you like owe it to yourself and the other person to just practice clear communication. It's the worst thing that's going to happen. That person's just like, oh shucks, like that's a bummer. I was looking forward to seeing you. Like that's actually kind of flattering. I feel like letting someone down in a dating capacity can be done so healthy if you just do it and you practice it. And I have done my fair share of ghosting. So like I am like taking his message as like a learning for the way that I want to navigate casual dating and just like expressing interest or disinterest to another person.
Wow. That's how it's going. Women want to know that somebody else wants you. What did he do? He dropped her. Someone else wants me. I'm going to take the time with them. Genius. You know why? That guy probably really wants her. Now he got her. Now she's juggling like her brain is like. And then say if he contacts her in 2 weeks, oh, it didn't work out. Hey, I want to take you out. He has it like putty in his hands. But why is it like that? Why do men have to play these mental games? Because you need them nowadays. It's sad. You got to play these games with women. Women are confused. And I like him. I don't know if I like him. He likes me too much. I don't like him. So you got to be a juggler. Or just don't play the game. A lot of guys are doing it.
Literally one of the most embarrassing things just happened to me, and I have nobody to blame but myself. So I had a date with this man that we planned back on like Monday, right? So for a week now, we said we were going to meet on Saturday at 1 p.m. Saturday comes, y'all know I'm a late ass. So I'm running late. I text him like, hey, can we push back to 1:30? 1:30 comes, I'm just getting in my car. I call him like, hey, I'm so sorry I'm running late. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I could hear it in the tone of his voice that he was pissed off.
Oh, accountability.
I'm like, I get there, I call him, no answer. I text him like, hey, I'm here. He's like, yeah, I left. You're wasting my time. Enjoy yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So, I say all that to say, be on time, y'all. Be on time because I have nobody to blame but myself. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still finna have a time. I'm about to go grab me a little drinky drink at this restaurant and shop me a little bit. Like, it is what it is. Like, you win some, you lose some. Nonetheless, if it was me, I would be upset because don't waste my time. So I get it. Anyways, yeah. Whatever.
Of course. What do you expect? Men aren't going for it, especially late women. Why? Because most women think their time is important, not the man's. He has to be stern.
Okay, let's say hypothetically 3 weeks ago you had a date planned and that person had to urgently cancel on you and he was like, can we please reschedule? So you gave him some times to reschedule it, but then he like ghosted you, and 3 weeks later he like messages you again on Hinge like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I had to move across the country, but if you ever find yourself in that area, like I would love to show you around. Say like that was something that I was going through. What the heck would you do? Because first of all, I don't understand why this person would even like message back at this point. Like, it's been 3 weeks, you were acting like you felt really bad about canceling on the date, and then you just completely didn't answer, and you come back to be like, if you ever find yourself like in this location which is more than halfway across the country. Like, I'm such a skeptic now. I'm like, are you manipulating me to make me think that you're a sweet guy for reaching out like this? Do you genuinely feel sorry? You just want to clear your conscience, which is why or like, are you trying to start something with me? Like, you want to be my low commitment, long distance boyfriend. Of course, this is not really a real thing that happened. So we're just talking hypotheticals here. But if this were real, like, what would we make of this situation?
There is nobody more stressed, busy, distressed, going through it. All the life's problems are weighing them down than a man who doesn't want you. He will think of all the reasons, give you all the excuses. Oh my God, work is just so hard. I have so much going on right now. My grandma is sick. My uncle might not make it. My little sister needs help. All these other things, like my homeboys, like really need me right now. All the things, literally anything you could think of in this world that could trouble you, they will tell it to your face instead of telling you, you know what? I don't like you and I don't want to take you seriously.
Yeah, guys do that. And that's why, hey, I mean, is guys getting smarter? I think so, right? Because think about it. The guys that are talking to you, giving you the time of day, and women have to understand this, it's usually a small percentage of guys. The small percentage of guys that you want, the guys you see and you think are handsome, that's not going to be many guys. The guys that you look at and say, wow, he's nice and tall and he can give me everything I want. He makes 100,000. That's not many guys. Say the guy you may see walking outside in the business suit. That's not many guys. So you want a small handful of guys, and they're just not available. Sad to say.
Don't ever try to convince that man that you want him when he's telling you that he does not want you. Honestly, think about it more of like an embarrassment. It is embarrassment to beg for love. You should never, and I mean never, bestie, beg anybody for anything. Because if that man is genuinely telling you he doesn't want you back, he doesn't want you back. There is nothing for you to do that is gonna like convince him or like make him change his mind. You just have to accept it and move on. And I know this is harsh, and I know like, you talk to your friends about these things and they want to sugarcoat it and be like, oh no, like maybe you should just like fight for it. No, if he is telling you that he does not want you back, you are going to say, okay, accept what it is, heal, move on, because the right person for you will want you as much as you want them. There'll be no push and pull. There'll be no tug of war. You guys will simply just coexist together, and it'll be the most magical thing ever. So please don't settle for this type of behavior. Don't ever beg a man for attention. Don't ever beg a man to be loved. Or it is in their nature to do things that they want to do for the women that they like, for the women that they love. And if he is not doing that for you, he is just not for you. And that's okay.
See, always, what do they always go back to? The man is going to do for you. That's wild. And guys have figured it out because a huge amount of these women are single, broke, and struggling to get by. I mean, face it. Men have faced it, but women, they see the same thing and don't realize that's what men do.
No one wants to date me. No one wants to date me. It's official. I've come to an age where I'm undesirable. No one wants me. And here's the thing. At first I was sad and woe is me. No one wants to date me. No one wants to be with me. But I'm unwanted. I'm undesirable. And then I thought to myself, wait, this is a superpower. Because I'm undesirable, because no one wants to date me and be with me, I don't give a I don't have to please anyone. I don't have to act a certain way. I have to be a certain person.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I can just be me, say anything to them, within reason. I'm not going to be rude, of course. I'm going to be kind. But I don't have to try to impress anyone.
So single. So single.
It's kind of freeing. Woohoo! Single unwanted girl.
No, what's she gonna do? Oh, I don't care. I'm just gonna do what I want. Paying 40 guys tomorrow. I swear that was gonna come out of her mouth next. That's the next thing in her mouth, because that's why she's gonna carry it. Oh, I'll just give it this one, that one, and that one, that one. Who cares? Because no one wants me. No, Chad doesn't want you. You can get a regular man though.
Here's how I responded when my specific person told me that he was not looking for or ready for a relationship. So initially, early on in my SP journey, when he said this, I was feeling like feeling hurt. I was feeling rejected. I was feeling like there was something wrong with me, that someone else had something that I didn't have. But as I really dove headfirst into the work that I talk about on this channel, my response to this answer totally changed. So a couple of months before we actually made things official, this question came up again, and it was still the same response. I'm not ready for a relationship. And literally when I tell you, in my head, I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Bullshit. I was so convinced, still convinced, that I was somebody who always a commitment, and it was only a matter of time until you realize it. I did not spiral. I did not go onto a specific person coach's pages and was like, why is my specific person still telling me that he's not ready for a relationship? I didn't do any of that victim. I knew that what was showing up in my 3D reality for the time being was not going to be like this forever. Because I know that I'm somebody who can get commitment from anybody I want. I know I'm somebody who's irreplaceable, and if you try and go spend time with other people, you're only going to be wishing that it was me. Because that became my automatic response without even thinking about it, that became my automatic thought process, it's no wonder a couple months later we ended up in that committed relationship.
I see why he didn't want me anymore. I wouldn't want me either.
Alright, this just broke my heart. That just broke my heart. I've been there. I've literally been there to the point where I thought where I was not good enough for anybody, and I mean I'm still kind of at that point now, but honey, never let someone tear you down to the point where you cannot sit here and accept yourself for who you are. The reason why that person's making you feel that way is because they feel that way about them, and they want to reflect it onto you so they can feel better. You are gorgeous.
It's delusional.
You are beautiful. You are strong. You are intelligent. You are a goddamn queen. Do you understand me? Now, I understand heartbreak is heartbreak. We all go through it. We all do. It what makes us human. But, sweetie, you should never, ever, ever, never. And today, we no longer like that. That girl, we don't know her. The girl that we know, the sweetheart that I see, we know you are a gorgeous bitch. We know you can sit here and walk into a room and people will stop, pause, drop their jaw, and be like, damn, she's owning her. Sweetie, there is nothing wrong with you. You are beautiful. You are gorgeous. I Can I even sit here and encourage you to say, oh, I will want you to be the best? The one person that shall love you and accept you and all is you, honey. And until you can accept that about you, other people are going to keep you in that mindset of where you are right now in this video. People are going to sit here and keep putting you down, but you got to break that. Okay? You honestly have to break that. And I am telling you right now, you are beautiful. You matter. You are gorgeous. You are flawless in my eyes right now because there is not a single damn scar on you. And if you all seen some scars, I'll show you some skateboarding legs, okay? You are fine, sweetheart. I don't know what you're going through. I understand what pain is, especially when it comes to that, but never let someone else's insecurity reflect on you where you're starting to not accept yourself. Because at the end of the day, you not accepting yourself is giving people an advantage to take advantage of you. You got to stand up on your own, babes. You got to see you. You see the queen that you are. Honey, I'm pansexual. Here is a crown for you to place on your head to let you know you are important and you will shine forever like a damn star. Okay? Okay. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to wipe that face. We're going to take deep breaths. We're going to have a good old parfait, watch some Sex in the City. Huh? And say, I'm a babe today. Okay? Let's get it.
Wow. She said we're going to watch Sex in the City. I'm telling y'all, this is why I left. Man.
The other day I saw a tweet that basically said men will let you know that they think you're the most beautiful, intelligent, kind, loving, sweet woman they've ever met, and will also tell you they still don't want to pursue a relationship with you. But my thing is this, if they told you that from the jump, they have basically done you a favor. At that point, what you need to do is listen and leave. What you shouldn't do is attempt to change their mind. Sometimes women might hear stuff like this and think, oh, let me work really hard to prove my value so he wants this relationship. No, he already knows your value. He's seen your value. And the reason why he doesn't want to pursue it is because he knows you have a lot to offer, but what he has to offer doesn't match up. So please do not internalize.
I'm getting tired of women saying this. The reason why he doesn't want you is because he knows you have a lot to offer, but he can't match up. No, you women think. And then the man asks you, what do you bring to the table? You say, I hope he thinks that I bring a lot to the table. Well, he sees that. I don't know. You have to ask him. I seen a woman. I don't know. You would have to ask him that. You don't have nothing to offer. Let me let her finish.
Internalize that feeling of like not being wanted. Like, oh, he says I'm amazing, but it must not be true because he still doesn't want me. No, two things can be true at once. You can be amazing. You could be one of the most, if not the most amazing woman he has ever met. But if a man is not ready, he's not ready. Just leave him alone and find someone who is actually ready and capable of giving you what you want and deserve.
If he tells you that he does not want a relationship with you, believe him. Believe him. That is not an invitation for you to try and do some wifey shit to change his mind, to get him to see your worth, to get him to want to date you. Accept what he is telling you because you will not change his mind. The only thing you're going to do is trick yourself into getting feelings for him and then end up feeling butthurt when he says, I told you I didn't want a relationship. Because what happened? You saw that as an invitation. You saw that as a challenge to conquer him. And let me tell you, when a guy says he doesn't want a relationship, he does not want a relationship with you.
For real, for real.
He will entertain you. He will gladly entertain you. He will get whatever he can get out of you, but he will not commit to you. He will not commit to you. He is going to keep his options open. He is going to keep playing the field. He is going to keep going out with the boys and following the girls. And there's nothing you can do about it. When you start asking him, hey, want to check in, remember I told you I don't want a relationship? So if you're hanging around waiting for him to pick you, girl, pick yourself and walk away.
It's ruined in the U.S. for a lot of women and guys, right? Because women are giving up the goodies. Once you give a guy the goodies and then you try to circle back and get a relationship, a lot of times it's not going to happen unless the guy really feels a vibe with you. But most times it won't happen. Why? Because the guy looks at you like, if it was easy for me to get it, it's easy for another guy to get it. And women just don't understand that. Guys aren't going to make that choice because most guys already know. Even guys that are not Chads are doing that and are still passing women up. Why? Anybody can get her. A guy doesn't know how many bodies they have. Some guys won't even ask because they expect it's a lot. Some guys can feel it's a lot. They know from the way you act. It's wild. Most women don't know that though. But guys aren't making that bad decision because they all realize it's definitely more to life than getting a woman like y'all. See you next video.